Hey guys, welcome. And I thought I'd wrap up the year with something a little different. I'm gonna shout out a lot of the toy tubers I've been watching lately. And I thought about this and I was like, okay, for the most part, I'm gonna try to keep this at the ones that are kind of the smaller channels, not the big channels like Articulated Ninja. I just said his name for views. Uh, anyway, let's run this down because there's some there's some good channels out there, and I thought I'd just spread the love a little bit. If you got any recommendations, yeah, put them down in the comments. You know, and this by far is not a comprehensive list, but I just wanted to highlight some people I'm watching. Also, if you are watching channels, make sure you're engaging, liking, and subscribing, because if you do not, the YouTube algorithm will forget about them and they'll go disappearing into the ether. That's where old channels go to kind of flounder. So, yeah, I'm telling you why we always say like and subscribe, so that you have engagement and that you keep coming back. Commenting helps too. So, keep that in mind every time you watch YouTube. No particular order here. My basic rule is right at or under 5,000 subscribers. I would do this for just to, if it gets somebody one extra subscriber, I think it's worth the time. And this is in no particular order. First off, Grindhead Jim. Grindhead Jim found within the past 3 months or so, does some really interesting live streams. Does do videos, but does some very interesting live streams, very on topic, very cool. I really enjoy his topics and what he has to say. Of course, my buddy and yours, Wilhelm Toy and Hobby. Wilhelm does the 1/8 team. Really love that live stream, and of course he does that with Largo, who will come up in a moment. We'll just say it that way. But Wilhelm Toy and Hobby, he just got a shout out from that Articulated Ninja guy, and now the mech is impossible to find. Thanks. But anyway, of course, you knew this guy was going to come up. Big Bacon. He's my co-host on Infinite Bacon, and he does a really good job of getting a lot of variety. And he's funny. He does some funny stuff. So I would recommend checking out Big Bacon's channel. He's a load of fun. Largo's Lair. I gotta tell you, I am amazed when I watch Largo's stuff. And he's got some good variety too. He doesn't just do one thing. He's got the Infinite playlist. I've been on that, but a lot of people have been on the Infinite playlist. His AT-76 series is really good too. But anyway, Largo's Lair, just a lot of variety. I highly suggest checking it out. We know him, we love him. It's Chad. Does mostly live streams. Just a really rad dude. Real fun, and infectious. He's got me calling my figures dollies now. So yeah. Again, I'm trying to go through these quick. Just incredible, hilarious guy. I really enjoy his stuff. Highly recommend it if you have the chance. Great at just talking to the camera. Brian's action figure reviews. Broad reviews, broad topics. And he had a nice accent, from across the pond, so that helps too. Really enjoy Brian a lot. He was one of the first YouTubers I found that were in what I would call the smaller tier. All right, Electric Football Hero. He had that great line of "It's not my fucking fault that Valaverse is killing it." One of my favorite lines ever said about Action Force ever. And he's all over the place. He's leaning into some more vintage stuff now, like the Power of the Force figures. Technically vintage because it is over 20 years old, so it's technically vintage. But some people will argue that. You go argue. I'm not going to listen to you. Anyway, Electro Football Hero. A lot of variety, a lot of fun. Ostradamus Toys does some of the biggest live streams ever and the longest ones. I've popped in there a couple of times just to watch, but never joined in. But maybe one day. Okay, so Lyle's Figure Files. Lyle is a lot more positive than I am. And that's not mean he's afraid to say something when it's like not so good, but he's a lot more positive about it than I am. I'll give him that. But he will say, hey, this isn't so good, man. Really like Lyle a lot. Jeffrey Lyles is his name. And really does some cool live streams on action figure collecting. Again, more positive than I am, and collects a lot more than I do, but really cool guy. Really good stuff. So I suggest checking him out. Again, he's right on the edge of where I was talking about. So, I thought I'd squeeze him in though, because Lyle, I really like Lyle. That's all I'll say it that way. Chronically Online stuff is awesome. His live streams are awesome. He's just really awesome, man. Just go check him out. It's different. It's fun. Remember, you're a BS YouTuber too. Don't forget that. you go over there and watch his stuff. You'll understand what I mean. Yojo Jerk, just fun. Fun kind of, different types of toy reviews. And I appreciate how he tries to make it different. And he does. He really, really does. Really cool. Weird and Fantastic Toy Adventures. I think the name itself drew me in, honestly. But good content. Really good stuff. It's just Weird and Fantastic Toy Adventures. You should go enjoy Weird and Fantastic Toy Adventures. Gojitron. Obviously loves kaiju. And I keep watching Gojitron's channel just to hope one day he finds that affordable, really cool Godzilla figure that I can put into my collection. And then he goes, hey, look at this. And he has some really good reviews. He does stuff besides kaiju. Don't worry about that. But he does some really cool reviews. So, give him a lot. Give him some attention. Ratface 44. Mostly military type stuff, but really cool reviews. I do like his reviews a lot. So, go check him out as well. I go to him a lot when I'm on the fence about something. I just check it out on his channel and see. Embargo's just starting out. He's really kind of figuring out what he wants to do and how he wants to voice and all that. But you see a lot of potential in the guy. Can't help it. Again, another great channel. Aaron the Toy Hancer, I just discovered thanks to Bacon. Bacon turned me on to him. He did a really great photo shoot in the woods with his G.I. Joe Classifieds and his tank. I really liked it. It was really good. You should go watch it. Just really cool. Bees Battlegrounds. A lot of people might know Bees. Bees is cool. Again, good reviews. Again, another guy I go to when I'm on the fence. A Punk with Toys, another guy I go to when I'm on the fence about something, because, I try to get a good cross section of people when I'm on the fence about something. There you go. Again, same category as Bees. The Micro Showcase. This is Epic Badger's other channel. Deals primarily with those little micro machine things. You know what I'm talking about. They're really cool. I really enjoy those, and I like watching his channel just because I really like those things. Epic Badger's regular channel is also really good. Give that one a look as well. Figure Fever is a new one I've discovered, but pretty engaging and interesting. Action Figuratorium, turned the studio into action figure place, and has some interesting takes on things going on in the action figure world. Inutabi is Kato Collection's other half. Does some really interesting reviews. Really like him as well. Did you have any doubt these guys were running up here? I mean, come on. If you watch my channel, you know it's hella dope toys. Jay Bartlett, I'm putting him in the toy category because it's kind of how I discovered him. He does have some toy stuff. He does a lot of video game stuff too. Really cool though. Happy Accident, another channel I just discovered fairly recently. Really enjoy his channel. From what I've seen, I had fun with him opening his Christmas presents. That was kind of cool actually. Mike's G.I. Joe Dojo, another fun channel. Ed209, again, another channel. When I'm on the fence about something, I go to Ed209, I check it out. Another one of those that I, kind of go, okay. And again, nobody really influences me. I just see what's the figure going to look like. How's it going to look? And then kind of make up my own mind. But I do enjoy them for, they usually grab this stuff way before I do. So, it kind of helps to kind of like, okay, yeah, that looks worth my time. Okay, Alan of Misfit Toy Collectors does a lot of G.I. Joe stuff. Again, when I'm on the fence on a classified figure or I'm on the fence on something, I go here and just watch and kind of decide, oh, okay. Does some new updates too. Got some good hot takes on it, on what's going on. Again, another great channel. These are all great channels. I shouldn't say that. Highly Articulated is the other guy in that articulated group. I'm kidding. Another fun one. Needless Things. I love the fact that they called it the Needless Things podcast. The Needless Things, because yeah, these are needless. Does a lot of reviews and unboxings. Again, the one I just kind of enjoy. T3 Collects is one I've recently discovered. Toy hunts and reviews and unboxings, of course. Mostly toy hunts, but really good stuff. Another one I recently discovered is Universal Toy Collector. My favorite thing on this channel is he has guests on who talk about their collecting history, and that is so fascinating to me. I really enjoy watching these. I sometimes miss them and don't have time to catch them, and I am way behind on Universal Toy Collector, but it is a really interesting show and a really interesting interaction there. I highly suggest you give it a shot. Brick Something, Brick Something is one of the few guys that has been talking about the lore of and the story of Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Kind of way Largo's is doing Action Force lore. So that's kind of what drew me in, and does plenty of other stuff too, but that's what drew me in. So yeah, really cool. There's Ken of Toy Connections, does some really good overviews, and did a lot of videos on the Delta 17 toy line, which really cleared up some thoughts I had, and now I know what to expect from Delta 17. A really good channel, really good guy. I was really surprised to find out this guy only had 400 subscribers. Junkyard Crafts and Builds. Seriously, why does he have so few? Go, 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 go. Random Stuff Garage, because it's random. Nah, Random Stuff Garage is pretty cool. Yes, definitely another one you need to sub to. Yesterland Toys. When I checked right before this video, I was like, yeah, where's the Yesterland Toys been? It's been a little quiet lately. I had a box from Chad, and that was the last video I saw. I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully you'll get to posting some stuff again real soon. I did want to kind of highlight this one, Skybottom Station. He doesn't do reviews. He's one of those guys that do world building, and he has this huge space station, and it's really cool. And of course, it's 1/18 scale, but it's very, very cool. He's had some gaps in his postings, but again, something I really enjoy. He just on tours around Skybottom. Shows you how he makes his buildings, and it's really simple stuff. I mean, it's really awesome too. Channel I literally discovered a couple of, I want to say 3-4 days ago. He actually commented on one of my videos, And I looked, I said, oh, this is a YouTuber. And I went in and I went, oh. And I watched his top 10 videos for the year and for the wrestling, and really enjoyed them. I really liked them, and wanted to say, I'm literally discover people all the time for myself just to watch. And I would highly recommend find Unk and give him a like. And board figures, I found board figures through Unk. I watched his first video he ever did. He's only got a few videos up, but I watched the first video he ever did, and it was like, he did this whole thing about shells, and get characters and they put them with the other characters. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm realizing as I try to describe it, I'm making it sound like shit. So, go check out board figures. So now I'm gonna step away from toy tubing. I want to talk about some other channels I watch. Now, this is not going to have those same rules because this is kind of outside of the sphere that my channel normally floats in. But first one I want to talk about is The Shape. The Shape is a debunker and is freaking hilarious. I really enjoy watching The Shape. He takes you a couple of... he's one of those that's kind of dry. You've got to get used to it. Especially if you don't watch a lot of paranormal videos. Yeah, he's really fun. Really fun. I really enjoy The Shape. And, he does some great gotchas on some of the more popular paranormal channels. So I would highly recommend him if you're into that kind of thing. Another one is World of Mr. Gray. World of Mr. Gray is a little more serious, but has a good sense of humor. But when he starts debunking, he's like, well, let me tell you what this is. And he one funny thing is he actually had a video he made to show how people fake videos, and it ended up on one of the top 5 channels. So yeah, somebody put it out there as if it were real. And I had his permission and didn't know that's what he was going to do, but still had his permission, and then it ended up on one of the top 5 channels. It was funny. Another one, this guy is hilarious. The Side-Eyed Guy. He doesn't really debunk. He's more of a reaction thing, but his reactions are so funny. He has me howling all the time. Even if you're not into paranormal videos, I would say watch him anyway because he's that damn funny. He's that damn good. Yeah. Now, speaking of paranormal videos, of course, I sometimes watch these top 5 channels. The big one I watch is Slapped Ham. Yeah, I know the name, but it's a cool channel. It has a lot of really cool stuff on it. Top 5s almost all the time. Another one is Sir Spooks. Hello, I am Sir Spooks. Kind of fun. I would also recommend that one. Okay, so let's step away from the paranormal files and go into... this is another funny channel. Pat Flannery. I can never say this guy's name, but he has a funny take on music, and he goes through some funny stuff with music. Again, another guy I just think is really hilarious. I had to mention him because, God, I've just enjoyed some of his videos so much. We're going to go a little bit in Dungeons and Dragons here. Dungeon Craft with Professor Dungeon Master. Has had some really good insights into a lot of the things going on with Hasbro from the D&D side. I would recommend him as well. The other one I would recommend is, it's 2 channels, but it's the same person. Dungeons and Discourse and Discourse Minis. Discourse Minis deals more with miniature games, like Warhammer. But Dungeons and Discourse is about Dungeons and Dragons. She's really hilarious. Discord is. She's really, really funny. And has some interesting information about what's going on with, Dungeons and Dragons in that area of Hasbro. Okay, some comic stuff. I love my comics. Comics by Perch. Don't always agree with the guy, but I listen to him. I mean, his is the most simple kind of YouTubing in the world. Actually, I did kind of the same thing when I was first coming around. He just puts up a picture and talks the whole time. I've done that a few times. But Comics by Perch, he's got some interesting takes on what's happening in the comic world. So, that's one, it's just interesting to hear what he has to say about things. The other one is JLS Comics. I've seen him mentioned a lot in the past little bit. Does some great work on who is such and such. Who is this character? Does a lot of G.I. Joe stuff, a lot of stuff. Both pretty cool YouTube channels. Let me wrap this up with wrestling channels. First up, Wrestling Bios. Really like this channel. He's funny, entertaining. Of course, the most popular series on his channels is Reliving the War. The Monday Night War, you remember that? Literally goes through every single Monday Nitro and Monday Night Raw and pay-per-views through the Monday Night War. And has been going on for a long time. It's starting to get into the place where WCW started falling apart. But he's covered the whole thing. So again, highly recommend. That's a very entertaining series. And when you watch it back and you start thinking about what happened back then, there was a lot of things we missed. A lot. It's really entertaining. I think he puts on Reliving the War episodes every Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Dave Knows Wrestling. Fun, hot takes on what's happening now, what's happening back in the past. Dave lives up to his name. Dave Knows Wrestling. Again, if you were a one-time fan or a current fan, I would highly recommend paying attention to Dave. For wrestling fans, rebroadcasts a lot of the old Turner Saturday night shows that were big shows back when with the NWA in the 80s. This is what I go to sleep to every night, okay? I love that stuff. It was some of my favorite stuff from wrestling that often gets ignored. Back then, Saturday night was the big show. It was World Championship Wrestling, but it was NWA. So yeah, another one I'd highly recommend if you are a wrestling fan, because that is Flair at his flairiest and Dusty Rhodes at his dustiest. Okay, so that's kind of my view on a lot of YouTube channels. Thank you for watching. If you got any you can think of, go ahead and put them in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because that's engagement. I'll come back now, yeah? Take care, everybody. Happy New Year.